I'd like to spend some time giving you some insight in what we're seeing with some of our major customers, how they are embracing obsolescence as opportunity, not as a threat, as opportunity to expand. Every household has a go-to gadget. Some households, the tablet, the television, the cell phone. In my household with 3 very young children, the go-to gadget is a washing machine. I spend a lot of time with this piece of equipment, and it's the most important thing for me. Well, about 3 years ago, my husband decided it would be a wonderful experience if we took our very small children back to Europe to visit our roots. And at the time I thought, oh, that sounds like a great idea. Well, 2 days prior to getting on a plane to go to Europe with children at the ages of 1, 3, and 5, deadlines looming at the office, it wasn't such a great idea after all. I had a list of to-dos this long, and you know what? The only thing I could see that I could possibly accomplish in 24 hours before we got on that flight was the laundry. I needed to get the clothes packed. So I loaded up the machine, pressed the button. One thing's off the list, thankfully. Something has been accomplished today. I came back an hour later, dead silence in the laundry room. I looked into the machine. It's filled with water. There are my clothes, my dirty clothes, sopping wet, floating in this water. So immediately I sprung into action. What to do, what to do? I called my Sears repairman. Unfortunately, they weren't able to come immediately to the house to help me with my problem. So I ingeniously pried open the door, got my wet, soppy clothes out of this washing machine, hauled them all over to the laundromat, 3 kids in tow, finally got some clean clothes, off to Europe we went. We had a fantastic vacation, wet clothes and all. Came back, and also more great news, the Sears repairman had come, and our machine could be fixed. Well, fantastic, when can this be done? Well, first let me tell you what the cost of repairing that washing machine was going to be. $555 to repair a cracked circuit board. I make circuit boards for a living, and I know the cost of a circuit board going into a washing machine does not cost $550. I asked the repairman, why on earth? Is it made out of gold? Is it gold-plated, platinum-plated? No. This product has been discontinued, and you are out of warranty, and that's the price of the goods today. All of us have faced experiences with obsolescence, whether it be in our daily lives at home or at work. And how we deal with them and how we respond to them can either cost us a significant amount of money, or we can embrace them as opportunity. As it was mentioned previously, the market is going through substantial change. My previous colleagues who were speaking mentioned how much consolidation is happening in the electronics industry, and that is not going to stop. Over the course of the last 3 years, we have seen over 100 different mergers and acquisitions announced, and 60% of those have happened in simply the semiconductor industry. Mergers and acquisitions are going to be a part of the ongoing reality of the business. How we respond to them is going to look to you to think differently about how your products go to market. What we are seeing as a result of the consolidation in the industry, yes, we have seen end-of-life notifications gone up. We've seen an increase of 15% year on year just this year alone. However, what we are also seeing, as Willie mentioned it previously, many companies don't declare obsolescence, but they impose obsolescence by significant cost changes. In the rationalization of their product lines, they don't necessarily discontinue the product, they continue to increase the price and make it non-productive for us to continue to sustain that. We have to think outside the box about how we're going to deal with obsolescence. It was mentioned previously, one strategy is buy more, stockpiling inventory. And frankly, it makes my CFO cringe. My CFO does not want to see a return on investment by putting material on the shelf that may or may never be used. Not only does it represent non-productive use of capital, however, it also represents waste. It represents wasted opportunity in potential that could be in selling more product. So I'll give you some insight in what we see 3 very successful industries doing to combat obsolescence. They're seizing it as opportunity for change. So if we look first to the energy market, we service many customers in the energy market. It's highly regulated, but also highly competitive. They cannot afford to continue to absorb pricing increases, and they also need to make sure that they sustain their products in the market. In the energy space, we see the most successful customers actively doing design and redesign throughout the product life cycle. They do not simply release a product to market, they do redesign ongoing. They make it part of their engineering's core competencies. The strongest players in the energy market are continuing to redesign throughout the product life. We have seen the most successful companies here redesigning product at a rate of 4 times that of their nearest competitors. And also, they are realizing productivity 10 times better than their nearest competitors. They are the most profitable, and they are the most sought-after organizations for sustaining product in the market. In the case of healthcare, we service a number of very large multinational healthcare companies around the globe. And what we too see happening, not only to be able to manage cost, but healthcare companies are looking at obsolescence and changes in the market dynamics as being opportunity for product expansion. We work with a number of very large customers who have actually seized the opportunity that change represents to be able to introduce new products to market by thinking differently about how they service the market itself. Not only are they providing now diagnostic equipment for healthcare providers and medical professionals, but they're also expanding it to be in-home patient usage. They're seizing the opportunity to take a look at their designs ongoing, whether it be the result of change going on in the marketplace or end-of-life notifications, but they are seizing the opportunity to say design needs to be a core institutionalized value in how we expand our base. Successful companies that we deal with have seen their revenues double from their end customer base because they've also expanded their customer usage. And lastly, in the case of aerospace and defense, we service the largest, most successful aerospace and defense companies in the world. And what we are seeing from these companies is also seizing opportunity, not seizing necessarily for cost or market expansion, but really taking a look at quality and taking a look at the products that they service ongoing in the marketplace and using obsolescence and changes in the market to be able to drive quality improvement. No longer do we see people trying to wire add their boards together using old, outdated technology. They're deliberately planning for how they will introduce new products such that they can sustain their products in the marketplace and drive improvement in their quality. All of you will look at me and say, well, the cost of certification is enormous in the aerospace industry. Agreed. The cost of quality is even higher. The cost of putting an airplane on the ground, one airplane sitting on the ground costs $25,000 a day. If you go back and imagine that across the entire fleet that exists in the market today, by an ongoing product engineering team looking at the quality of their products, they can drive out the risk of having products that fail in the market. We are servicing players in each one of these markets today who embrace and in fact are very enthusiastic about the consolidation in the market. The consolidation that they see happening in the semiconductor market, the end-of-life buys increasing because it challenges their organizations to think differently. So with that, whether it be in servicing how you're going to wash your clothes at night or how you plan for obsolescence in your companies, I challenge each and every one of you to think differently about how we deal with obsolescence. It's a golden opportunity if we all look at it differently.